Here today to talk about this very issue of social behavior and school threats is Adam Heller, a behavioral analyst. Good morning, Adam.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. A very important issue. First, I want to talk a little bit about, why we're seeing kids do this, or people just doing this. It just seems that it seems like it's getting out of hand recently. And is it because of the technology?
Well, the technology just makes it easier. People act out when they don't feel good about themselves. And what happens certainly with kids is parents are busy. The world is, they're working, stress, tension, all these other things. So kids are getting minimal parenting. They don't have rules. They don't have boundaries. They don't have good tools and strategies to know how to make choices because, frankly, kids' brains aren't developed until they're 25 anyway. So in the best case, making choices is difficult for them. But they're not getting the parenting they need these days so that they're able to make choices that aren't good. And now apps like Burn Book are coming out where you can anonymously say anything about anybody. And the science has proven that we're much more likely to lie, cheat, and steal when we can't get caught. So the big key here is anonymity.
And we're focused a lot right now on young folks, children, but really any age can engage in this type of behavior.
It took me 2 minutes to download the app, go into my son Alton's school, and make a post. I'm a 54-year-old man who should not be able to make a post at a day school in Irvine.
Now, so really, would you say, Adam, is that the take-home here for parents, especially if you're watching this morning, is really to get involved and know what your child is doing?
Well, of course that's the takeaway. The problem is parents are busy. They're working. Again, people act out when they don't feel good. People come to me to change behaviors, and one of those behaviors is self-esteem. They want to leave feeling great about themselves. Instead of micromanaging, we need to take care of the big picture. People act out when they don't feel good. We need to teach people how to feel good for no good reason at all. We need to teach them how to have self-esteem. We need to teach them how to make decisions so that they'll make better choices and go on and say, Susie's wonderful, rather than Susie's sleeping with John.
You bring out such an interesting point. You're really talking about getting to the root of the issue here, no matter what your age is. And you're seeing, you deal with families, folks of all ages?
People from all over the world, ages 16 to 80, I've seen. The key is the big picture. Most of the time, we're always focusing on symptoms. I wrote the book on the emotional causes of back pain, and people are always focused on discs and symptoms rather than the real cause of what's causing the problem. So if we elevate this, if we chunk it up, if we start looking at what's really causing the behaviors, we can do something about it and eliminate it, because we can only do so much policing. We need to take care of the real problem.
It sounds like such a complicated thing, though, to really try to boost one's self-esteem. What do you think? Where do you start, I guess?
Here's something that has been scientifically proven to help people feel better very quickly. It sounds very simple. Every day, at the end of the day, make a list of 3 things that you're grateful for. It's a gratitude list. But what happens is you start to train your brain, neuroplasticity, you start to train your brain to look for what's good, in your life, and you automatically feel better. It's a very simple task, and in very short periods of time, the science has proven people feel better.
Wow, so practical. I love the way you just explained it. This is fantastic. We can go on and on for another hour talking about this very thing. You have a new book that's out?
I have a book. It's called Zero Pain Now. It's the end of chronic pain, and it's really the emotional cause of physical pain.
Yeah, very, thank you so much for coming in, and very insightful. For a recap of all of this, folks, and for specific information on how to reach Adam Heller, please go to our website, KUSI.com. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.